Good evening. So today I want to talk about something that might kind of ruffle some feathers, but it's really being called out of me to talk about it. And I feel like I am a perfect example or channel to speak about it. So I want to talk about the ins and outs of drugs or highs and lows, and how on a metaphysical sort of way that actually works. So as you can see, I'm wearing a Stereosonic jumper, and I was just kind of sitting around doing my own thing, and it kind of dawned on me why come downs are so bad. So the highs are great. The highs are such a wonderful time because all of a sudden you're free of the mind. There's nothing quite like the feeling of having such a good time in community, you're with your friends, you're feeling connected, you're feeling pretty invincible, and you're not flooded with tons and tons of thoughts of what you should and shouldn't be doing and what you should be thinking. For some people, it's the one time they can be really themselves, or so it seems. So you're on the high, you're feeling more like yourself than you ever have, but then you have to calm down. So for myself personally, I hate the come downs because, truth be told, I don't like all the shit that I have to face. I don't like all the thoughts that come up and all the things that I believe about myself, and maybe the shame. I feel that I get a lot of shame. Shame is a feeling that I've had to deal with a lot in my life, and it's always a recurrent story or theme that comes about. And I pretty much just spend the next day just crucifying myself and feeling like an absolute fucking dirtbag. It's horrible. The whole reason why you do drugs is to escape having to feel bad. You want an escape. You're feeling so bad all the time with yourself. All you want is a bit of peace and quiet and to feel fucking good. So you do that and you feel great. But then the next day, there's just like an avalanche of every bad thought that you could ever have about yourself, every bad feeling that you could ever have about yourself, and it's just fucking flown at you. And you will do anything to escape it. You'll push people away. You'll be an aggressive son of a bitch. You'll hurt people. You'll switch off, isolate. It doesn't matter. And that's why you end up, eating shitty foods for the up, eat the chocolate, buy things, be consistently on your phone, getting those hits of dopamine to try and up yourself. That doesn't work either. I really just want to talk about it in a really open and honest way. So I'm just going to use myself as an example so it's relatable. When I was young, the first time I ever did drugs was like, I'm not going to lie, it was amazing, only because, I'm not even going to downplay it. It was amazing because finally, like I said, I could be free of my mind, I could be free of all the thoughts and all the feelings that were continually dragging me down, and all of a sudden I felt like this huge gate opened up on my chest and I could be myself. I could feel confident, I could speak to people, I could be funny in public, I could really, really shine. I've never felt like that before, and I guess for me it was also a big trigger step because I loved thrills and I loved pushing boundaries, so I would push myself to oblivion 9 times out of 10, and more than likely get my friends to jump on that bandwagon too. And I want someone that pokes and prods people to see how far they can push themselves, so I can be your worst nightmare and your best friend. Depends on the situation and what we're doing. Me as a coach and a guide and a mentor, I get you to some really awesome places. Me as a friend out fucking doing drugs in a club, or you could be binging and bendering for days. So it depends on the circumstance. But when you're up on those highs, You don't have any of the kickbacks, you don't have any of the thoughts or the momentum of, like, it's like plates running or tapes running that you've had running for your whole life, and these things that have been plaguing you, they're not there. So you're not getting constantly dragged into your drama, not until you hit certain levels and you start coming back down again. But the whole point is you're reaching such high levels that the thoughts and the feelings that you're actually having access to are just breaking you open continually. So what you're actually doing is you're connecting. Every addiction that we have is to connect ourselves back to the absolute. Even if we don't know it, even if we don't believe it or we've disguised it in other ways, that's what we're doing. Like, you're getting in touch with that infinite divine part of yourself. That's what we're searching for, and that's what we keep running back to. So it's just a really powerful place for people that have felt really lost their whole life and like they're worth nothing and they can't function, they have no community, they have no connection. All of a sudden you put them in that environment and they think it's fantastic. Obviously it's kind of forced and it is a little fake, but the whole reasons behind it are the same as anyone else that goes to community group things. You're looking for connection, you're looking for community, you're looking to be seen, you're looking to be heard. You want to be a part of something, you want to belong. I feel like it just gets such a bad rap, and I just feel like it's so misunderstood. Like, yes, it's at epidemic levels, the addiction problems that everyone has, but how are we looking at it? All we're doing is trying to fight it. That's not helping it, that's just making it bigger. You're judging it, you're criticizing it. That just makes it even worse. That's why you get the shame hangovers. Because you feel like such a useless fuckwit that you have to use drugs to somewhat slightly even become part of who you really want to be and who you want to live like every day. You don't think that makes us feel fucking crap enough as it is? And then you have a whole society jumping on your ass? Obviously, these are all just perspectives, and there are a million different perspectives that you can have. My friend and I used to change the way that we would party and change the way that we would actually take drugs, because once I started getting in touch with the divine, I started to realize that the more you focus on what feels good and the thoughts that you're telling yourself and the feelings that you're feeling at the time, if you just continually concentrate on how good you feel the whole night and without going into, oh fuck, I'm gonna feel like absolute rat shit tomorrow, or actually concentrating on how rat shit you are, you literally wake up the next day and you are fine. Yes, maybe your body and your physiological effects will still be there, but the mental come down is not there. And that's the other thing I want to talk about, like in a metaphysical, like, energy sense. When you're on a calm down, you end up coming so far down and coming so down low, because the thoughts that are popping up, obviously you're at a lower vibration. So when the thoughts are popping up and they're pretty shady and you're feeling pretty crap about yourself, you believe it, you believe it, you believe it. So then all of a sudden you're on a timeline that's really, really negative, and then all you're doing is drawing in more and more thoughts and feelings that are at either that negative level, and if another thought, so you have like a choice of a thought of up or down, and more than likely, because you're feeling so crap, you're going to keep choosing the down and the down and the down, and I don't need to tell you what happens. You just end up so far down in the dirt. I feel like this topic is something that I'm probably going to speak about a lot, because I think I actually really feel drawn to speaking and working and helping people that are on this path and they don't know who they are. They don't know what their value is. They don't know what their gifts are. They're so confused. And by all means, they're so fucked up in their world. They're lost. They don't know themselves as a spiritual being. They don't know themselves as a connected being. They have no idea what being authentic is and living from the heart. They are so far gone from that. And I did the whole mental health system and all that jazz. I'm sorry, just doesn't cut it. There's so many holes in the system. It's just, there's not enough awareness there, there's not enough knowledge there, there's not enough love there. And that's the area that I want to help in. Because the people that are doing drugs, they're doing it because they're fucking unhappy, they're fucking lost, and they're feeling so crap about themselves. So yeah, when they do it, they get hooked on it because they want to feel like that all the time. The people that don't get hooked on it, they don't care. You know why? Because when they take it, it's not that much of a high compared to what they usually do. And you know what? When the come down hits, they're like, oh my God, I never go to that place, so I never want to do it again. For us, the come down is just like every other fucking day when we have a really crap day and how we're feeling about ourselves. Like, this is an area that needs so much attention and so much love. And I'm just going to keep talking about it, and I'm going to keep being real about it. Because that will attract the right people to me. Like, I want there to be a world where it's plausible and capable for these people that have used drugs their whole life to reach those high levels, that by getting in touch with their true selves and with spirit, that they can get there themselves. And then we can have like these crazy times together of connection and community and feeling known and feeling seen, and that they can fucking learn the greatness of who they are, and they don't have to keep trying to escape life. They can live it. Like, that's what I'm all about. And if I have to keep talking about crazy conversations like this and keep ruffling feathers to get this ball moving and for other people to feel understood, and fucking oath, that's where it's at. I'm going to keep putting it out there. Thanks for listening, guys. Tried to be as vulnerable and authentic and honest as I could. I hope you guys liked it.